Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You can call me Moon. So today I felt called to give a video on elaborating further on the last video that I did, which is change, and really asking yourself, why do you want to change? Who are you changing for? Are you changing for your family? Are you changing for yourself? Why do you feel like you need to transform? Like, who are you doing this for? And I feel like in the end of the day, it should be, I don't know the answers to everything, but it feels like it should be for your soul. And if you feel the need to prove yourself to the outside world or to prove something to yourself, I feel like that's a part of the ego. But you could flip it around and think, I need to prove something for myself because I just got a picture of like a dad in my head, like, or like a parental figure that it was very masculine. You feeling like you had to, some of you felt compared to your other siblings, or some of you felt like you just couldn't be enough. Yeah, it almost ties into the line of what I talked about when it comes to, yeah, I said this on my TikTok where I said, why are you doing this? Why aren't you taking care of yourself, your needs? Because a parent could be talking to the kid, and the kid could be like, I'm hungry, I need to go to the bathroom, or I'm tired, and the parent's just exhausted saying like, I don't have time, like, I just stop talking, I'm overwhelmed, I can't deal with that right now. So you're almost talking to yourself like your parent talked to you. And so it's like whatever parental figure or caregiver that talked to you saying that you weren't good enough, or even siblings, or even in school, like I'm feeling teachers too, because I had some teachers in the past that just never made me feel good enough, and that caused a lot of insecurity with learning. So it's almost like you guys need to reclaim your power in that area. Like, which ways are you putting yourself down? There's this one YouTuber, I said it as an example before, but there's this one YouTuber is coming up again to where he's a spiritualist, where he uses the example of ice and wanting to break addictions, and you're constantly hammering at this ice, wanting to break it, wanting to be like, you don't control me, I'm done with you, but the ice isn't breaking. And so he said, if you allow yourself to go on the inside and heal within, the ice will melt on its own. It'll melt naturally. So it almost seems like the answers and the questions and the confusion that you're going through and how you treat yourself will melt in time as you go within to figure out why you're doing that. It'll take baby steps, but you are truly doing this for yourself. Like I said in the beginning, at the end of the day, we die alone, I heard before, we go to sleep alone. So do you want to go to sleep content with what you did because you tried your best to live up to you, to live up to your authentic self? Or do you want to go to bed feeling numb, feeling disconnected with yourself? And I am getting this image of a meadow. You sitting on top of a meadow, grassy field, I don't know, Sound of Music vibe. And finally you're like, I'm here with myself. Like, I could connect with myself and feel safe, 333 on the timer. And I know it's going to be okay. It's like a movie scene almost, with your eyes closed and you're breathing in. What took you so long? I heard. But it's a very sweet thing. I'm seeing like childlike energy. I'm feeling that radiating off of you, like a yellow aura that's just like standing out, like this beam on top of a hill, just like chilling out. Yeah, like a flower, like you're planting your seed in the ground saying, this is where I am, this is my home. Because if some of you guys felt like you were different or you couldn't connect with the world, I'm feeling like it's actually time for you to connect. Like, you're finally, like, maybe it's been a minute, maybe you are naturally authentic, which is cool, 22 on the timer, but maybe for a hot minute you were going through a lot, like I said, like an exhausted parent, and you were just ignoring your needs, or you were ignoring your soul, or trying to be someone you weren't. 33 a lot on the timer. The universe, whatever you believe in, is trying to bring you back into center with yourself, trying to help you, if anything, take the load off of how much you have been doing. So don't be afraid to receive. I love that this came up. I'm so happy that this came up. I don't know if another person on YouTube used this, but I saw the movie that I'm watching, Leave the World Behind or something. the little girl is in bed with her mom after like the dad and the son and the little girl and everyone else is asleep, and the mom is checking the temperature of the son, and the daughter's awake. And she said she said to the mom, there's this story that I was reading of the book that dad got me. I think that's what she was saying, but about a man who lived under a bridge and it was flooding. You know, the whole bridge was flooding, and he's asking God, he's like, I'm not going to go anywhere until God sends help. You know, that's basically the energy of that. And then a boat comes by telling him like, hey, get on, you know, it's going to flood. And he's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And then I forgot what else comes by, but someone's like, I can help you out. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. A helicopter comes by and drops the ladder, and he's like, nope, I'm not going anywhere. And then it flooded, and he passed on, and he goes to heaven, and he's talking to God all angry. He's like, why didn't you send help? I was waiting for you to send help. And he said, I sent a boat, a rowboat, and a helicopter. I sent you help. So I feel like that you've been just waiting for help, but you are receiving that. Maybe in not the ways that you expected or not the ways that you imagined, but just let that sink in, because I feel like also you are your own sign. Like if you've been looking for signs, they could send you signs, but it's like you being here for yourself, you being alive today, you doing you is a sign within itself that you are on the right track, that you're making the right choices. I heard that when it feels like you're not on the right path is when your gut feels tight. When you feel kind of like constricted, or like what I feel like when I'm not on the right path is like my light just dims. Like, you know, in a room to where it could be bright and it could be sunny like this feels good, but when it feels like I'm not on the right path, it's like the light just dims. And I feel like, what is it called? Like it, I don't know. I keep saying like when you're forced into a situation or just trying to survive, there's survival mode too. 7-7. I think that if you felt this way at all, if you've been feeling this way, just listen to yourself. Just finally be like, just finally sit down and say, okay, what? Speak to me. And then yourself will finally be ready to take the floor. You ain't seen nothing yet. Maybe even journaling could help, to be honest with yourself, to let all the emotions out. Just constantly writing a stream of thoughts and not thinking. Something just needs to get out on paper for you. Something just needs to be seen visually for you. So you know you're not crazy. So you know that you can take care of yourself. Because you have to be your own parent sometimes. No one's always going to be worth. Not everyone's going to be there for you 24/7. So it's best for you to have yourself to lean back upon when it feels cold, because you are your own fire. Kind of like I said, you're cultivating your own fire. I like that. Kind of like how I said how you'd be on a hill and your light is beaming, radiating. You are finding that. You are sparking it again. Maybe a lot of yellows are standing out to you. I love how this crystal, I forgot the name of it, but it's matching with my outfit. It's like a Winnie the Pooh shirt, and then this little bear. It reminds me of those things from Star Wars, the Ewoks. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But let's see. I feel like you're really needing to find balance in your life right now when it comes to, when it comes to absorbing negative energy, because you can absorb that not knowing, because we are energetic human beings. If you're out in public and you feel drained, or you're around a friend group that makes you feel drained, pay attention to that. Don't lie to yourself, because that may be draining you and you're absorbing a lot of negative energy. Even if they aren't bad friends, they may be discussing a lot of their problems to you, and you may be taking that in, like feeling that energy, feeling bad. And then all of a sudden you're feeling tired and you're just like, I had a good time. Like, I love their energy, but I just feel really tired. It's because you took in what they're going through without knowing. You just are empathetic, or you care about that person. So you want them to know that you feel what they're going through, so they don't feel alone. Maybe even they mentioned stuff that they're going through right now that reminded you of your past. So that triggered something. Make sure to write that down. Write that down on a piece of paper and say, why do I feel like this? This triggers something from my past. Where in my past? Because there may be a lot of underlying issues that you aren't seeing within yourself that you either locked, 1010. There's a completion happening, so stay with me. That you either locked out, you don't remember, you forgot. Talk it out, write it out. Maybe even alchemize it into creating something for yourself, whether it be a painting or singing, speaking, to a public setting, hiking. You have to let your body move, because I want to do that too, to where energy stays in the body, it stays stagnant. I heard this. And when you move, the energy's a lot of flow. So, hair. But yeah, allow the energy to flow through you and not just stay in there like, I could handle this. This is just another feeling. I can go through with this because I've done it before. No, we're making a change. We're not saying we've done this before. We're saying we're going to do something new for yourself. Like I was saying, if I have energy stuck in my body, I'm going to be like, okay, let's work through it, instead of ignoring it, instead of just, okay, that's there, great, I just need to keep going and tough it out. No, that's coming up for you to work through. That's coming up for you to be saying to yourself, let's question that a bit. In a clear space, maybe in a safe location to where you can. Just make sure to have that downtime, alone time, to connect back with yourself, because that's going to help you heal and process. And if you need to cry, don't get mad at yourself. Another thing I wanted to say is, don't get mad at yourself. Actually, get mad at yourself. Actually feel what you want to freaking feel, because that's going to allow you to process shit, But yeah, so yeah, 11:55. That's it. Just freaking love yourself, son of a guns, and patience, prosperity, I heard. Patience to prosperity, patience to the answers, patience for yourself. One way you could get revenge on your parents if they ever did you wrong was to treat yourself nice, the way that they couldn't. The song Flowers by Miley Cyrus came up. You can buy yourself flowers, whether it be a relationship or not. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful, safe time whenever you're watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.